Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of FAQ-OV with your host, Phil Freeman, where I answer all of your questions having to do with singing and speaking and using your voice in a happy and healthy way. And today's question comes from Sam, and it's a two-tier question. Here it goes. Is it possible to learn perfect pitch? If not, what can I do to increase pitch accuracy? I have bad news first. Number one, it is most likely going to be incredibly excruciatingly difficult, if not impossible, to learn perfect pitch. Perfect pitch is less of something that is learned and more of unfortunately, a genetic trait. It's something that 1 in 10,000 people have in countries whose language is based on phonetics and not on pitch. But in countries like China, Japan, other countries in that area, or even countries that have a language system that's based on pitch, the way that you inflect, 68% of the population have perfect pitch. So it is a genetic and environmental phenomenon, and it's something that I actually happen to have. So for example, to describe what perfect pitch is for those of you who do not know, it is just like being able to discern that the front of this timer is red and the back of it is gray, and that there's light gray on the sides. Just like I'm able to tell that this is right about at 440 and this is at 432. Both discerned as A's. They are some people tuned to 432, some other people tuned to 440. There's some debate amongst the musical community as to the resonant qualities of both frequencies, but someone with perfect pitch would be able to hear the difference between the two and know that the one is 440 and the other one is 432. Someone with relative pitch, though, would be able to know the difference between the two, and if they've listened to those notes over and over and over again, they may be able to recall it from memory. So, for example, people with relative pitch would be able to hear, for example, this, and probably be able to guess very close to the note. They'd either be like, it's a B or it's a D, when it's in actuality a C, and they might be able to get it right on correctly. And since they have relative pitch, they'll be able to discern what that run was, and that was G C E G F D B G F D C. And what that is essentially by discerning the first note and knowing that that's a C, and then knowing the intervals, which we'll get into that very soon here in this video, they were able to discern the rest of the notes. So here is the thing that you can do to improve your pitch accuracy and be able to recall it from memory. And this is really, really good for helping with singing in harmony and singing a cappella. Musical intervals. There are 12 musical intervals that I want you to note in this video. It can be done chromatically, and I want you to click on the link that I have in the description below. musictheory.net has a bunch of free resources that are available to help you understand what musical intervals are and to exercise your ability to discern them. And there are 12 intervals. There's minor second, minor third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor sixth, major seventh, major seventh, and an octave. So those are the 12 tones that you want to listen for. And it's not based on where you are on the piano. It's the distance between notes. So like, for example, if you have a red triangle over here, and you have a green triangle over here, they might be different colors, but say that they're the exact same shape. The musical interval is the shape, and the chord, see, maybe like this is like a major third in C major over here, like that's the red triangle, and then you have an E major chord, which is the green triangle over here. Same shape, same interval, but different color, different chord placement. So, and to delve further into what musical intervals are, that's what music is built out of, notes and intervals. So, for example, here is one note. This is a C. Ba. Here's an interval. Over time. Ba, ba. Sounds like the Star Wars theme, right? Like the beginning of it. Ba, 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 ba. So now, let me turn on the keyboard here, see if it will come through. Now, intervals at the same time, like that. Let me turn that up maybe so that way you can hear it. That's a major third, but it's together. And if you group a whole bunch of intervals together, like this, and play them at the same time, that creates a chord. Now, music, and here's in just to define what the ba, that melody are intervals over time. And then music are chords and intervals over time, and or intervals over time. So that's why intervals are so important. It's because they are the building blocks of music. So instead of concentrating all your energy on trying to memorize notes, if you do not have that genetic advantage, spend your time learning musical intervals and becoming relatively familiar with certain pitches. And I'm saying like 2 or 3. I just did the Shrek thing where it's like, hey, 3, my lord. Sorry, but yeah, 2 or 3 should be just fine. So like if you memorize 2 or 3 notes, that will give you a good basis of where to go. I would say try to memorize C and G and C. Those are like 2 notes that you can memorize, and then of course you could do the third of that too. So C, E, G. Those are really, really good notes to memorize. So get it with a keyboard, get with a guitar. Play those notes. Make sure that you're in tune though, so that way you don't, get on the right track but hit the wrong station. So there's plenty of tuners out there. Make sure that it's tuned to A440 or A432. And given that, everybody, the next video that I'll post here based on this question next week will delve further into what musical intervals are, how to identify them, and some examples of where musical intervals show up. So I'm really looking forward to delving further into this, and I hope that you find this useful, ladies and gentlemen out there. Sam, I hope this kind of answers your question and that you'll find use in this video, and not only this one, but the ones that are going to be coming up. This is the first time that I'm doing multiple videos on the same question, so I'm hoping that it all works out. And in the meantime, everybody, always remember that practice makes progress, and with that, you can go and find your voice. I will see you on the next episode, but P.S. make sure that you check out the link in the description below with the musictheory.net link, and also the link to register for the seminar that I'm going to be presenting this Saturday in the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area. If you're around the area, check out the link, register for the seminar, and I will see you there. Take care, everybody.